Hi everyone, this is my read aloud for the #1 New York Times bestseller book Originals, How Nonconformists Move the World. This book was written by Adam Grant. In this section of the audio clip, I will only be including the foreword that was written by Sheryl Sandberg. I will, however, page through the first section of the book, which is basically a series of praises for the writer, and please feel free to pause. They are really good reads. After the praises, there's a section written by Penguin Books that's an about the author topic. Also a great read. So please feel free. This is the about the author part. Feel free to pause and read at your own leisure. Alrighty. The other book by Adam Grant is Give and Take, Why Helping Others Drives Our Success. And this is all of the information about the book, the publishing house, contents. Chapter 1 is Creative Destruction, the Risky Business of Going Against the Grain. Chapter 2 is Blind Inventors and One-Eyed Investors, the art and science of recognizing original ideas. Chapter 3 is Out on a Limb, Speaking Truth to Power. Chapter 4, Fools Rush In, Timing, Strategic Procrastination, and the First Mover Disadvantage. Chapter 5 is Goldilocks and the Trojan Horse, Creating and Maintaining Coalitions. Chapter 6 is Rebel with a Cause, How Siblings, Parents, and Mentors Nurture Originality. Chapter 7, Rethinking Groupthink, The Myths of Strong Cultures, Cults, and Devil's Advocates. Chapter 8 is Rocking the Boat and Keeping It Steady, Managing Anxiety, Apathy, Ambivalence, and Anger. After that, it's Actions for Impact, the acknowledgments, references, index, and an excerpt. So we begin with the foreword. Again, this was written by Sheryl Sandberg, who is a Chief Operating Officer of Facebook and founder of leanin.org. Adam Grant is the perfect person to write originals because he is one. He is a brilliant researcher who passionately pursues the science of what motivates people, busting myths and revealing truths. He is an informed optimist who offers insights and advice about how anyone, at home, at work, in the community, can make the world a better place. He is a dedicated friend who inspires me to believe in myself and has helped me understand how I can advocate effectively for my ideas. Adam is one of the most important influences in my life. Through the pages of this magnificent book, he will enlighten, inspire, and support you as well. Mythbuster. Conventional wisdom holds that some people are innately creative, while most have few original thoughts. Some people are born to be leaders, and the rest are followers. Some people can have real impact, but the majority can't. In the book Originals, Adam shatters all of these assumptions. He demonstrates that any of us can enhance our creativity. He reveals how we can identify ideas that are truly original and predict which ones will work. He tells us when to trust our gut and when to rely on others. He shows how we can become better parents by nurturing originality in our children and better managers by fostering diversity of thought instead of conformity. In these pages, I learned that great creators don't necessarily have the deepest expertise, but rather seek out the broadest perspectives. I saw how success is not usually attained by being ahead of everyone else, but by waiting patiently for the right time to act. And to my utter shock, I learned that procrastination can be good. Anyone who has ever worked with me knows how much I hate leaving things to the last minute. How I always think that anything can be done and should be done right away. Mark Zuckerberg, along with many others, will be pleased if I can let go of the relentless pressure I feel to finish everything early. And as Adam points out, it might just help me and my teams achieve better results. Informed Optimist. Every day, we all encounter things we love and things that need to change. The former give us joy. The latter fuel our desire to make the world different, ideally better than the way we found it. But trying to change deep-seated beliefs and behaviors is daunting. We accept the status quo because affecting real change seems impossible. Still, we dare to ask, can one individual make a difference? And in our bravest moments, could that one individual be me? Adam's answer is a resounding yes. This book proves that any of us can champion ideas that improve the world around us. Friend. I met Adam just as his first book, Give and Take, was generating buzz in Silicon Valley. I read it and immediately started quoting it to anyone who would listen. Adam was not only a talented researcher, but also a gifted teacher and storyteller who was able to explain complicated ideas simply and clearly. Then my husband invited Adam to speak to his team at work and brought him over for dinner. Adam was every bit as extraordinary in person as he was on paper. His knowledge was encyclopedic and his energy was contagious. He and I started talking about how his research could inform the debate on gender and began working together. We have done so ever since, conducting research and writing a series of op-eds about women and work. LeanIn.org has benefited immensely from his rigorous analysis and commitment to equality. Once a year, Facebook brings its globals team together, and in 2015, I invited Adam to give a keynote speech. Everyone was blown away by his wisdom and humor. Months later, the teams are still talking about his insights and putting his advice into action. Along the way, Adam and I became friends. When tragedy hit and I lost my husband suddenly, Adam stepped up and stepped in as only a true friend would. He approached the worst time of my life as he approaches everything, combining his unique understanding of psychology and his unparalleled generosity. When I thought I would never feel better, he flew across the country to explain what I could do to build my resilience. When I could not figure out how to handle a particularly gut-wrenching situation, he helped me find answers where I thought there were none. When I needed a shoulder to cry on, his was always there. In the deepest sense of the word, a friend is someone who sees more potential in you than you see in yourself. Someone who helps you become the best version of yourself. The magic of this book is that Adam becomes that kind of friend to everyone who reads it. He offers a wealth of advice for overcoming doubt and fear, speaking up and pitching ideas, and finding allies in the least likely of places. He gives practical guidance on how to manage anxiety, channel anger, find the strength in our weaknesses, overcome obstacles, and give hope to others. Originals is one of the most important and captivating books I have ever read, full of surprising and powerful ideas. It will not only change the way you see the world, it might just change the way you live your life. And it could very well inspire you to change the world. With that, we finish the foreword, and the next audio clip will be Chapter 1. I hope this benefits many of us.